Hey saints, empowered, chosen individuals, end times warrior angels on the front lines for Jesus Christ. Today is, oh boy, the 9th of December 2021. And I'm coming on for a specific reason. So my little dog, as most of y'all know, I had to put her down Sunday night. She was really bad. She kept falling over. I'm not going to go into all the details because I'll start crying again. When I'm feeling stronger, maybe in a month or so, I don't know, I'll come on and tell y'all everything that went down. But I believe this was also in part to a witchcraft attack. And I prayed on it to the Lord, and it was just confirmed. So I had to take her to the emergency vet on Sunday night. And that's when they told me that there was nothing they could do and she was in severe pain. And so they put her down. She was 15 and a half, so at least she lived a pretty good life. But she was the tiniest target. So if you're a targeted, empowered, chosen individuals, you know that they attack our pets and our children. Because I have no children, I basically have no family, they hit her. This little dog was so targeted. Every day, every single day they did something to try to get her. She wasn't even allowed to run. She loved to run until like, I guess about a year ago. She started, when she got a little older. I wasn't even allowed to put her down in a park. They let a pit bull out, try to get her like with my other dog, where they got my other dog Chewy. They poisoned him, and he was only 8 and a half. And he died in my arms. And it really traumatized me years ago. And the pit bull ripped part of his ear off. That's not how he died. He died from poisoning. But Beignet made it through so many trials. And y'all been here, my family. Said I wasn't going to cry. No crying. No soup for you. I've been crying for the last 5 days, y'all. So it looks like someone punched me in the eye with an ugly stick. With an ugly stick. So I'm trying to focus and not be emotional while I make this video. But Beignet was stolen with my purse twice when I was mugged, and they pushed me down and grabbed my purse, which she's in it because I only have carrier bags, because she would go everywhere with me. After Chewy died, they poisoned him. The Lord showed me to always take her with me. And for the past, 2 months, I haven't taken her all the time. And so I'm struggling with some guilt with that. Like, what if I would have took her? Could she still be alive? However, she was having a lot of symptoms, y'all. She always slept with me in the bed, and she fell off the bed a couple times. So for the past 2 months, she's been sleeping on her little doggy bed, which is funny. It's called a donut, and her name is Beignet, which is a New Orleans donut, on the floor. Sometimes I'll sleep on the floor with her, but she just was sleeping a lot. She was staring in corners, and I would find her like in a corner just staring. And but I believe that this also had something to do with the witchcraft. I'm not giving these witches, these evil, satanic, freaking cowards, the power that's why she died. I believe that the Lord took her home, and one of y'all, thank you so much, sister, who commented about that, took her home because all I was doing was focusing on her and worried about her. And, I would be constantly worrying, is she okay, if I had to leave her there because, in the room or whatever. But I just wanted to tell y'all what I just found. So she's going to be buried next week. And I had a shirt that y'all seen me wear before. And matter of fact, it was in a video called Beignet's Spa Day, which was right around this time last year when she was doing a lot better. And she started getting bad funny in the beginning of 2021, which this has been the year of hell for all of us, right? But the shirt said Beignet, Beign, and then a dash, and then yay, like yay. And I had that shirt for about 5 years. It was gray. And some of y'all probably will remember that video. And I've worn it in several videos, because when I was down to one bag of clothes, that was one of the shirts, like a backpack this big. That was one of the only shirts I made sure I always had. It has now disappeared. I was going to wear it for her funeral. They stole it. These people are monsters. There is no way these people are human. We're dealing with reptilians, y'all. Serpent seed. Slee stack is what I call them. If y'all are older than the hills, older than 45, you'll probably remember Land of the Lost, the TV show. It was like a cartoon, but it had real people in it. And there was this reptilian lizard thing, and they happened to name him Enoch, making fun of the Lord, right? Anything Father does, Satan's going to mock and turn it upside down and make it evil. But they were slee stack. And that's why I say they're slee stack. These creatures are not human. I knew they stole my laptop. I knew that was missing out of the room. But it's been cold, so the shirt is a t-shirt. It's short sleeve, so I hadn't been wearing it. And I'm like, oh, that would be cool to wear that for her funeral next week. And, wear a jacket over it. It's gone. I have literally looked up and down everywhere. I'm not in the same place as when they stole the laptop, so I can't go back and scour that place, but they took it out of my bag. So this leads me to believe that this was yet another witchcraft attack, but the Lord allowed it, okay? These witches are not getting the last laugh. They're laughing and mocking right now. You freaks that are on this channel, that's what you are, you're freaks. You're evil and you're cowards. Going after a 15-and-a-half-year-old, 4.5-pound little helpless sweet dog that never barked or bit anyone. Ever. Evil. And guess what? You're going to stand before the judgment seat, you witches on this channel, and that are gathered around all of God's end-time warriors. And I'm sorry. I'm sad and I'm pissed right now. So I just want to let y'all know I just found that out after praying to the Lord about what all was going on. So no pity party for me, okay? But I am struggling with some guilt here, because I did leave her for several hours because I had to go do things, and just all the stress and everything. I had stress relief. Yes, I drank a couple times from all the panic and having to move. I literally moved 4 times in 6 days last week when Beignet started getting really bad, and they wouldn't give me any peace or rest. So when you don't get any sleep for weeks, it starts to affect your thinking. So I know that I cannot afford to fall into any kind of sin, as any of us can't. The Lord is telling me that we have to stay closer to Him now than ever and focus on Him. And what I believe that was spoken in my heart just a little while ago when I was searching for her shirt over and over, I spent over, 2 hours just going back and forth through the bags. I even went through my grocery bag, and it was in my bags, and it's not in there. And like I said, they stole my laptop. The other thing I found out that's missing is my hairbrush. So these witches and voodoo freaks think that they're doing harm to me by getting my hair. Yeah, that's one thing they do, y'all. Guess what? If we stay close to the Lord, they cannot touch us. We're God's untouchables. However, the cowards go after our pets and our children. Because I don't have children, they hit Beignet all the time. Like I said, poor little Beignet was missing for 28 hours one time, and like 22 hours another time. When they mugged me and pushed me down and grabbed my purse with her in it, I got her back. They stole her out of my apartment, I got her back. She was given the wrong medication by the vet who's part of it. And this vet that I just took her to treated me like crap. So I told y'all don't trust the vets, but she looked like she was dying, y'all. So I thought there's no other choice. I have to take her in. But they gave her the wrong medication another time. They gave her a shot for a 60-pound dog. Again, she was 4.5 pounds. At the time, I think she was 5 pounds. Because she was eating all her chicken. But it's just upsetting that they took that shirt. And I've been looking online to see if I can order one because I'm not in New Orleans, or I could just go pick one up. And it won't be here in time for her little funeral. So shame on these monsters. They are going to meet the Most High God on Judgment Day. And we're going to be the ones that drop them into the lake of fire, a lot of us. The 144K, that's part of our mission. To pick them up and drop them in. So, all right. So what I want to ask y'all is, her funeral is, I didn't have the heart to have her cremated. And then I just can't look at the urn. It would upset me too bad. Just like when my dad passed last year. Oh, and by the way, my brother, my only relative in the whole world that's on this planet, my relatives are in heaven, and y'all. But you know what I mean. You know, my family has not even bothered to call or text or email, given his condolences. And his wife knows that my dog died. So this is what a lot of us deal with it. So anyway, the whole point of this is she's going to be buried next week. I did not want to have her cremated. So she was left at the emergency vet. And then this really nice place, it's like a pet cemetery memorial thing. They're going to come, because I'm in another town. I was traveling again, and I don't know anybody. I don't have anywhere to bury her. I don't have a home, and I'm all alone because I'm a rolling stone. I'm trying to cheer up, y'all. I'm trying to cheer up because the Lord needs us strong right now. I literally cried all day, every day. I might have slept 2 hours each day. This time not because of the noise, but just because I jump awake and know she's not there. And I look on the floor to see if she's in her bed. So I put her bed up so I don't look at it. But anyway, what I'm asked, I didn't want to cry. I'm trying to make this a strong, powerful warrior angel video. Oh, and thank you, Jeannie Hardesty, so much. She made a video. I think she put it out yesterday, and I just saw it. About Beignet, about me losing Beignet, and that was very sweet. I thank all of y'all's comments strengthened me. That has helped me to not cry as much today, reading all y'all's wonderful, kind, caring comments. And a lot of y'all have been with me since I started this channel, or at least for a few years, and you've seen and heard a lot of the things they've done to my little girl. She was being tortured. They tortured this poor little dog. So what I'm coming on to ask y'all is, she's going to be buried next week. I've never buried anyone. I've never had to do this, and I'm doing this by myself. They've got a little casket they're going to put her in with a pillow. And the tombstone has to be ordered, so it won't be here yet. But I found this little thing online that should be here in time. It's just like a little small statue about this big, probably as big as her. Maybe not quite as big as her because she was tiny, but just, it's a little dog resting in angel wings, and it says, "Though you're not by my side, you're always in my heart." then I'm going to get her a little tombstone with her name on it. But if anybody can travel and be here next week, you can stay with me. You don't have to stay in a hotel. I have a place and there's extra room, okay? This is like a temporary place I got because I was en route when she started getting really bad again. She got well. She almost died on the 7th of October. It was so frightening, but I prayed and prayed and prayed, and she made it. She made it through, and I thought she was better. Since then, she gets better and then worse, and better and then worse, and then over the last maybe 10 days, she's gotten real bad. And it's interesting that she passed during Hanukkah. She passed, I believe that she was in, well, I know she was in a lot of pain, but I believe that she would have passed on her own, but I couldn't stand to see her suffer anymore. And that was on the 5th. They put her down, I want to say it was 7:43 p.m., somewhere around there in the evening. But it's interesting, it was on Hanukkah, and the day before that was the new moon. I don't know if it was the solar eclipse. And remember, I told y'all that the Lord said we go through the sun. No one goes to the Father except through the Son. The Son is a portal, and I believe it opened up. Maybe it was open the whole time during Hanukkah and let Beignet pass, because I had a dream. I thought she was going to go home with me. That's what I'd been shown, but I hadn't got that same dream or revelation for a year. And I kept being worried about that, because up until a year ago, I had like, the revving their engine, just ignore it. I had like four dreams that Beignet was with me when I went up. But my favorite one was I was in a wooden boat and I was holding Beignet. This was like maybe 3 years ago, and I was smiling. And I said, "Look, Beignet, we're going home to see Jesus." And she was smiling, and we floated into the air on this wooden boat and went through the sun, and it had a rainbow around it. So I believe that maybe during that Hanukkah, maybe the portal opened into the sun during the eclipse, and that's when she was allowed to go. There's literally a row of about 15 black SUVs and black men in black cars. No other cars on the street. And they started revving their engine as I'm saying this. Okay, so I gotta focus though. Focus. So, I don't know what day yet. It's probably going to be either Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, the 14th or 15th. I know it's not going to be Monday. So if anyone can travel and could come and be with me at her funeral, I would really appreciate it. And I don't want to disclose where I'm at until y'all email me. They're probably going to block these comments again. I did not disable comments on the last video with her. They did. And there's no way to undo it. I spent hours, and I was so frustrated and just exhausted and stressed that I finally gave up. And I don't know why they disabled them. But, well, I do know why. The Lord told me they don't want me to have any comfort. They've tampered with my phone. I'm not getting 9 out of 10 of my text messages. People aren't receiving my emails or my calls or my text messages. And today I finally got through to a couple sisters in Christ. Finally. And I appreciate a couple of y'all offered to come get me. But I have to be here for her funeral. She's going to be in a little cemetery, so. All right, so anyway, if y'all could email me, anyone that would be able to travel, okay? And I'll tell you where once you email, if you can do it. And it'll be next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday. So you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days before you would have to start your journey. Hopefully somebody's close to me, but I'm in an area I've never been. That's one hint. Like I said, I was traveling, trying to get out of Witchcraft City, Savannah, where they were torturing me with no sleep for a month. And a lot of other things they were doing there. And then they stole the laptop about a week before Beignet died. Wow, y'all. I was going to show y'all a video of Beignet, and this, I had it ready, and this was the picture instead. Look at it. I was just mentioning the sun is a portal, and I promise y'all, well, I know y'all believe me, I don't have to do that, but I had it on a video of Beignet, and when I went to show it to y'all, this is the picture that's on instead. It's the sun with a halo around it. That's amazing. Thank you, Father. Okay, so here's a little video of her. This was in Key West, and this was at this little place I got. It had like a little tiny, like a dunking pool or something. It was my favorite place I've ever stayed, and I splurged because of all the stress I've been through, and they gave me a discount because I did like for the week, and then they started torturing me again. So anyway, here she is.
Little baby. There's a little baby. And there's the noise as soon as I open the door. August 5th, 2021. There's a little baby. Baby's up by the pool. Look at how pretty she is. Look at that baby. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, Beignet. Look at her. Little baby, she needs her nails clipped. Clippity clip. She hasn't had them clipped.
All right. I was just going to show you a little video of her. I have a couple more after that, but she's really not moving good there. But anyway, this is what the Lord gave me right before I came on. And it is Acts chapter 2:1. And when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place. That's us. That's what's going to happen to us, saints. And suddenly there came a sound from heaven of a rushing mighty wind, and filled all the house where they were sitting. I told y'all the 4 angels of the 4 corners are about to be released. And they were all filled with the Holy Ghost and began to speak with tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance. I'm skipping around. This is all the chapter 2 of Acts, okay? Now, when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded. All right, and then I'm going to skip to this next part. Acts 2:17. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. And on my servants and on my handmaidens I will pour out these days, in those days, my spirit, and they shall prophesy. And I will show wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapors of smoke. That's the volcanoes that are opening the pit, y'all, including La Palma. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before that great and notable day of the Lord come. And whosoever, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. I'm sorry, I haven't been sleeping. Again, not because of the noise this time, but just because I sleep for like half an hour and then I wake up and then I realize Beignet's not here, and then I can't go back to sleep for hours. So, but y'all's comments have really helped me. I really appreciate it. On the 7th, so that was 2 days after Beignet passed, I had to take a bus. And I'm on the bus, and it was a little girl and a little boy. The little girl was maybe about 7, and the little boy maybe a year older. And she looked at me. I was sitting at the front, and she was this way sitting at me, or sitting towards me. There was people on either side. You know, those seats in the very front, those were the only ones available, and I believe the Lord allowed me to sit there because it was kind of like a comforting thing. What happened? Her mom was next to her, and then a couple people next to the boy, and then there was people on either side of me, and then people on the seats facing the front. But she picked me, and she waved like that, and that's what I do. I always do this to people. And remember, we're supposed to come to Father as a little child. Anyway, and she says, hi, and she didn't have a mask on yet. And then right as she started to talk to me, the mom went to put her mask on. And I said, hi. And then she goes, what's your name? And I told her. And I said, what's your name? And to be honest, I can't remember. It was hard to hear what she said because as she's starting to talk to me, the mom's putting a mask on. I'm going to bet $1 million the mom had taken the Vizax because they're acting different. They're acting uncaring. They're acting unhuman because the God gene has been taken out of them by the Vizax. And speaking of that, please pray for, I better not say her name until she tells me I can ask y'all to pray for her. But an awesome sister in Christ just found out her son had taken it, and I know a lot of y'all have your family members all take it. So what I believe is that maybe, just maybe, they were given a placebo, but they have to repent. And if they don't repent for it, they won't be saved. But because they took it, they've given their faith to man rather than God. So to be honest, I want to encourage y'all and say, you know, there might be a way they could be saved. But then I started praying on it, and I'm like, how though? If they put their faith in man, in medicine, S-I-N, rather than the Most High God, I don't see how. But, you know, maybe Father will make a way. I don't know. I don't want to get into that. This was supposed to be focused on Beignet and her day next week. So the Lord showed me the little girl started talking to me, and then the mom started putting the mask on, and then the little girl kept talking over the mask, and then the little boy started waving at me. And the other people are just staring straight ahead. And what I believe that I heard like a download, and it's foggy because I was still very, very upset. I still am over Beignet, but this was only the second day after she passed, and I hadn't slept at all then. I believe that what I was shown was that the little children, these two at least, had not taken the Vizax yet. So they're seeing my light. That's why neither one of them waved or talked. The whole bus was full. They both chose to talk to me. So that was pretty encouraging. What else I'm noticing, if they allow y'all to comment on this, please. If y'all are noticing this, is that people are acting really funky. I have been being treated so bad wherever I go, including at the vet. They were so uncaring. I'm not even going to get into that right now. When I'm stronger, I'll come on and give y'all details of the whole hell that went on for the whole week before she died, and then it just progressed to the vet. But I believe that these people are becoming some other creation. They're not human. So when you don't have God and you have Satan instead, you have no empathy. You have no love. You have no joy. You have no peace. You have no hope. You have no faith. What does Satan give? He gives anger, hate, strife, jealousy, pervertedness, murder, lying. And that's what these people are starting to do. And they live in fear. If you have Jesus, you have no fear. And guess what? Now I don't have Beignet with me on this earth. I know I'm going to see her. I know it. I know it. I know it. But there's nothing else they can do. They can torture me. They can do whatever. But I always thought I I have to be there for Beignet. I have to do this for Beignet. And the Lord is showing me that he's sparing me. So you witches that think you got one over and you finally got her, wrong again. Remember what Father says, that he turns everything that the enemy meant for our harm, for our good. And that's what he's doing with Beignet's passing, because he wants us focused on him more than anything else. It's crucial in this end time. And if you're one of the 144, if you're an end time warrior angel, you're going to be hit more than anyone else, okay? It's going to be nonstop. So just realize that. But we also are here to save people in the end. And we have to have our glorified bodies to come back down and do that part. But we have to go through this first half of the trib, which I've been saying I already believe we're in. This is almost the end of the first half. That's my belief, okay? And then we're called up. And then we come back down with our glorified bodies. We battle the fallen, which we're already battling. They're showing themselves. They don't care anymore. They're laughing about it. I woke up this morning after like 2 hours of sleep, and I was just grateful I got 2 hours, to some wicked laugh. It was like 6 in the morning. It was the most evil, creepy laugh. And I'm in a different state than I was in New Orleans when I told y'all I met Lucifer. And then I hear that laugh. He followed me back. This was way back. This was in June, I think, is when this happened. But just be aware that this is a spiritual battle. So, yeah, I'm having lots and lots and lots of attacks, like through the roof. But the Lord is with me, and he's with all of y'all. Everyone that's accepted Jesus, Father's got our back. So that's what I was saying, is that the 2 children, liked me, reached out to me, and then the mom was like, how rude is that? When the little girl is talking, she starts to put a mask over her mouth. I'm like, wow. So, and isn't that sad? Little kids wearing masks. Yesterday I got Zechariah 14:1. So that's the 144, right? And it was page in my Bible 1444. Zechariah 14:04, I'm sorry. And this is what it is. Hold on. Right. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all the nations against Jerusalem into battle. And the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled. Okay, y'all know most of that. I'm going to skip down a little bit. Half of the mountain shall be removed toward the north, and half of it toward the south. That is La Palma on one side, East Coast tsunami, and the West Coast tsunami, whatever that other volcano is over there. And ye shall flee into the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azalea. And flee before the earthquake in the day of Uzziah, king of Judah. And the Lord my God shall come, and all the saints with thee. And it shall be in that day that the living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the foremost sea, and half of them toward the hinder sea. In summer and in winter shall it be. Okay, and what the Lord is showing me is we're in the middle of walking through the Moses in the Red Sea. He's parting the sea. You're going to see chariots of fire coming down. These are ours. These are the good guys, the angels from above, a lot of the archangels that are watching over a lot of us. All right. Let me see, is there anything else? Okay, also one more thing. December 12th, so that's 3 days from now. Comet Lenard is coming. Comet Lenard. And if y'all remember, the same time last year, I was shown that when the blue star meets the sun and the red planet, we go up. And I'm thinking that that's about to come. I honestly, no one knows the day or the hour, y'all, but I think it's this year. And we only have a couple more weeks left. It's the Christmas surprise. The Christmas comet. I even made a video titled that. So anyway, please keep me in prayer. Keep all of us in prayer. We all need to lift each other up. And again, I'm going to ask again to please email me. My email is the same as my YouTube channel, except it's Gmail. JubelinaRedeemed@gmail. Spelled exactly the same. My other email is a backup, is BEE, and it was not for B as in the hive mind, like I was accused of. I did this years ago. I had that other Gmail for at least 10 years. It was because Beignet's nickname is Little B. That was her nickname. So it's BEELEAH, like Leah out of the Bible, because that's who I related to. VER at Gmail. I linked them both in the description. So email me at JubelinaRedeemed first, and then if you don't hear back within a day or two, probably within a day, try the other one. Or you could try both, just as a backup, because they're really hitting my email. They're hacking everything. I can't even use Airbnb anymore. They sabotaged that the night I was getting into town, desperately trying to find somewhere to stay, because Beignet needed to go to the hospital. And they canceled it 15 minutes before I was supposed to get there, and now they've blocked me. What does it say? I can't use it again for no reason. They said they don't know why. They've got to investigate. That was a week ago. So anyway, it says we will not be able to buy or sell. I'm seeing it. I'm living it. I've been living it for a while, and I know a lot of y'all have too. But if y'all can travel and be here by next Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe Wednesday, I'll find out. I'll know something hopefully by this weekend what day it'll be. But it's either going to be Tuesday or Wednesday. I would really, really appreciate it if just one other saint TI can be there for the littlest TI that just passed. And the biggest one that's still standing. And yes, sister, Jade, I'm still standing better than I ever was. Looking like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid. So, it's been at least a month and a half. The battle is real. Here's a picture of me. It was I think it was Beignet's, maybe her second Mardi Gras. She would have been like, I don't know, 3 here. And yes, check out my hair now. That was back when I still did Mardi Gras, y'all. This is before I was saved. But look how cute. That's like I cherish this picture. I found it online. It's one of the only pictures I had of her when she was little, because they stole all my photo albums. They have been breaking into my places, hotel rooms, apartments, for at least 15 years now, stealing everything. Here's Beignet again in her little Mardi Gras hat. I don't know if y'all can see it. Here she is. I downloaded those onto my phone offline, and then here's one of the last pictures I took of her. Where is it? Who is it? Oh! Here's something else I didn't tell y'all. I wanted to share it with y'all, and then she started getting really bad off, and then they were doing a lot of stuff to me. Had a lot of issues that I'm not going into, including health issues. I told y'all about the blue star that I was just talking about. I kid you not. Brother Jeff was on the phone with me when this happened. So this would have been about a month ago. Let's see, I'll tell you the date. It It was November 4th. Wow. Almost exactly a month ago. And I'm walking and I see something moving and it's going down the sidewalk. I'm like, what kind of weird creature is that? It gets closer. This is what it was. Show you one more picture. Zoom it up. It's a blue star balloon. I still have it. It's flattened now, but I don't feel like going and digging through my bag. But it was walking down the sidewalk in front of my path. That is not normal. And it's right after I'd made another video about the blue Kachina, blue star, that a lot of us are connected to, and Jesus is in Crystal City. Here I am holding it after I picked it up. Anyway, yeah, that happened in Savannah. And interestingly enough, about 2 years ago, or it was in 2017 when a lot of us thought that we were going home then, and I told y'all the Lord rewound time. Sister Karen from Sarah Forth Calling remembers this, but of course she's already gone on to be with the Lord, and I believe that Beignet and Chewy, my other dog that they killed, are up there with her, playing with her, and a lot of y'all's loved ones and pets as well. Raisin was one of y'all's pets. I remember your name, but anyway, yeah, they're all up there playing together. But the same thing happened. How many people have this happen? It's amazing. And this one happened. This blue star balloon happened in Savannah, Dana, but right around the same time. But it was in 2017, and it was right around Christmas because their Christmas lights were out. And it was early in the morning, and I was walking Beignet, and I see something going down the sidewalk, almost exactly the same scenario. Neither one of them had a string either, so it made it look like it was walking. Well, this time I could tell it wasn't a cat or anything because it was daylight out. But the other time it was early in the morning. It was still dark. I thought it was a cat walking on its legs because the way the star was shaped, and it's going like this. And it was a purple star. And I called Sister Karen and told her about it. And we were both like sure that meant we're about to go up. But the Lord rewound time. Now this is a blue star. And everything I've been getting is blue. Everything. Even the coffee maker in here is blue. So I believe that signifies going to the firmament, the heavenly estate. And we're about to go home. We're about to sail away. So again, one more time I have to remind why I came on. This whole point was to thank y'all again, my true family. Oh, and thank you. A sister donated. Thank you so much. I appreciate it because I got to pay. They charged me $800 to put her to sleep. $800. But I had my credit card, so at least I had that. That wasn't blocked yet. I was so worried that they were going to block that. And then, of course, I'm going to have the funeral. So I really appreciate the donation, sister. I really appreciate it. Every little bit helps. But the Lord is providing for me, so I'm not asking for anything other than prayer and for someone who can travel to let me know that you would be willing to come here. And I can't tell you where I'm at on this video until you email. When you email me, if you can travel this next week, or even if you want to come this weekend, you're welcome to come beforehand. But if you could be here by Tuesday, no later than early Wednesday, because it's one of those 2 days. Again, I'll know by Monday when it will be, when her little funeral is. I would really appreciate it because it would also be nice if somebody maybe did like a live stream and y'all could be there with me to tell her goodbye. So I don't have any family to be with me. I just need someone to come down here. You don't have to take me back with you. I'm fine here. And I believe that the Lord has guided me here through Beignet's sickness. And it's a whole wild story that I'll tell whoever comes down here, but I'm not going to put that out online because it will give them more tips on what to do to hit me next and all that. They're really hitting me, y'all. So, and I know a lot of y'all, and I'm praying for all of y'all, my true family. The 144 are almost out the door. And these evil monsters are going to be no more. You heard me? Just put in the email, if you can come. All you got to do is just come for the funeral. If you'd like to stay a few days, just let me know. Or however long. If you want to come down and stay, come on down. If you have nowhere to stay, come stay with me. Come sail away. But if you can even just come down for one day for her funeral, I would really, really, really appreciate it. So email me and tell me you're free to travel and tell me where you're at. And then I'm going to decide, like, who is the closest. Well, I don't need to decide that. I'm going to tell y'all how far you are from me, and then you decide if you want to drive all that way or however you're going to get here. Okay, so I love y'all, family. Prayers for everybody, and just know that Satan hates our guts. All his freaks, the gang-stalking, bumbling clown posse, hate our guts, and they're changing into the seed of the serpent, the snake. So they are out to bite. And so we've got to be on fight. The number one rule about Fight Club is do not talk about Fight Club. I'm out.